Okay, here we go. Pixie and Trent. First of all, let's have a look at your
Come on,
serious
let's do
face.
this.
Come on,
Serious,
get it together,
serious.
Paul.
Yeah.
Samba, you've seen their training. Any little tips and niggles that you'd have for our lovely blondes?
Well, it's a very different dance than the rumba. As you see, those lovely shimmies, because the rumba is done all on straight legs and hip action. The samba's more about the bounce in the knees and producing the knee. Now, what I would say is this area... Oh, let's get it out.
Thank you.
What I would say in this area here is that... Oh, yeah. That she needs to... she's bending into the knees, but she's not straightening out of them. Okay. There is a straightening of the knee that comes out of the bounce. So you're bending, but you're still straightening to come out. Okay. So you're always...
Nice.
There is a straightening of the knee in there. Don't be careful that you don't go into your knee and stay in the knee. Do you see what I mean?
That note is taken. Jake and Jeanette absolutely aced their jive last week. It's quick step time for them. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I love the jive. This will be more challenging for him because it's a fast dance and it's a ballroom dance. I think it's more difficult for him in the ballroom because he's got to maintain that hold and also with the speed of the quick step to be able to do that is difficult. I didn't like the basic bit that they did on the beginning.
Oh.
It didn't look technically correct to me. The rise and fall was in the wrong place. But I will say after that, all the fast stuff that they did was very good. I wanted to zoom in here because I did notice that he's dropping his right elbow.
Okay.
Now, if he drops his right elbow, what's going to happen?
Shoulder's going to come forward.
The right shoulder is going to come forward.
I got that right.
Yeah.
Thanks, miss.
You see, you've learned something in the last 7 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Alison and Aliash, our dream girl and dream boat, they're doing a tango this week. Is it tantalising? Do you love it?
Well, they're just going through the steps, really, but I'm slightly put off by the Wellington boots. I mean, I personally, I wouldn't be wearing wellies on the dance floor because you can't use your feet, and that's what she's been told off about. So change the shoes and start using your feet. But they just did a standing spin there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, which is where the lady runs round the man. Now, at that point, he was running around the lady. Whether it was because she had her wellies on, I don't know. But
am I coming
basically, you come round me and I stay on the spot and you run around me.
Lovely,
like
lovely.
That. So I stay on one spot, you run around me. That's the step.
Nice. Okay, I love that.
It's called a standing spin.
It's quite a nice thing in his arms, believe me. Stephen and Ola, their salsa spirit was spectacular last week. What about the waltz? Has he got a good frame? How's it all going?
Yeah, fantastic lifts, and the movement's not bad, although what I expect to see from a waltz is rise and fall. That's what the character of the dance is, and unfortunately his feet are a bit flat. I'd like to see him in this area. So obviously, again, in the feet area to rise and fall all the time. When he's doing a whisk, lower, up and lower. So he's rising and falling. So we see that lovely lilt of the waltz.
Nice.
And you're not seeing that with him. He needs to stand there and practice going up and down on the balls of his feet.
He can just do that in his bedroom at night when he's brushing his teeth.
Exactly.
Frankie and Kevin from Grimsby, brilliant cha-cha-cha opening show last week. Foxtrot for them this week. I've had a peek. It looks quite splendid. Yes,
stunning dance last week. This is looking very smooth, and that's what you want from a foxtrot. The character is long gliding walks across the room. It looks nice. What I wanted to show you here was... OK, so I'm going to draw that. And now she's looking very straight at the moment. She's in the right place. But what I'd like her to do is, if she can imagine having a sash on, like a Miss World sash, going from the hip to the shoulder.
Nice.
And then she's going to stretch into Kevin's right arm, and then when she stretches into Kevin's right arm, she'll create more space here.
And then her head will go out lovely.
You see what I mean?
Flower in a vase.
Yeah, like a flower in a vase,
okay.
which Darcy mentioned on Saturday.
She did.
I was quite impressed when she said, remember the vase shaped?
So
she got that from Wednesday warm-up, didn't she, dear?
Yeah. If Darcy's ever poorly, you know where he'll be. OK, Scott and Joanne, fun time japes a go-go for these two.
Yes.
They're doing a Charleston. I think
take a look at this. Well,
Scott's dance.
This will be much better for him because, you know, I think he can get into the character of the dance. He can have fun with it. Technically, it's not great. I mean, look, here it gets a little bit... Joanne gets a little bit stuck.
Don't drop us, Scotty.
There's a little bit more like tumble rather than Strictly Come Dancing at the moment. But I think this will be a better dance for him. He needs to have fun and just go for it. I mean, yes, he needs to work on the technique. because that's all of his problem. But he needs to dance the steps, not just do the steps, dance them.
Don't step it, dance them, Scott. You hear that? Just dance it.
Yes.
Right, Ian, you're coming with me because
Oh, am
now
I?
it's time for something
Okay.
completely different.
Let's go then, dear.